We're just about 1 week away until football makes its way back onto the gridiron. Like always, Needham kicks off their season with Natick in what has become a rivalry in itself. But let's not forget about our biggest rivals when it comes to Thanksgiving morning. So let's check out what else this year's squad had to say about their upcoming schedule and what they hope to accomplish in our second part to the 2022 football season preview. The past few seasons for Needham football haven't got off to the best start. This year, captains Ben Chapman, Josh Melia, and head coach Doug Kopsko expect to start off on the right path, and that begins week 1 when they take on Bay State rivals, the Natick Redhawks.
Into this season, I expect things to be a little different. Coming out of the starting weeks, we haven't really put up any points on the board. This year, I think everyone's ready to really show out by keeping it tight and hopefully come out with the win.
This year I hope we kind of keep our positive attitude. Like sometimes in the past few years it's tough not to get down on yourself and be negative after you lose a few games. But I kind of want this year for us to kind of like stay strong when things go bad and just kind of like keep working our way back no matter what happens.
We want to just make sure that we're sort of setting the right path for ourselves. So, we talked the other day about goals and we kind of say like burn your goals, focus on commitments. Instead of saying our goal week 1 is to win, obviously we love winning, but we need to make certain commitments that will enable victory to happen. So what can you do? Well, you can get the proper sleep. You can make sure you're picking up your teammates. We've really focused on those it's boring, but those day-to-day things that separate teams like King Philip from a lot of other teams in the state, teams like Natick from a lot of the other teams in the state. So we're going to go out, we're going to compete hard, we're going to work together, and we're going to make sure that we gel as a team as quickly as possible.
It's a great feeling, honestly, to go into Natick as a senior. We've gotten blown out by them twice now, so to be able to go to their field and try to win out on them after them beating us pretty badly would just be a great feeling for us, the whole team, and just a great way to start the season, honestly.
We got a little rivalry going on with Needham versus Natick, so it's kind of good way to feel the intensity right at the beginning of the year and not having to wait all the way to Thanksgiving or whenever it is the playoffs.
This year's squad hopes to instill a new culture within the program, and it begins with coming together as a team.
We had the right idea the last 2 years of building our culture. We just hadn't really kept it due to how the season was going. But this year, I think we understand that the energy's got to be high. We got to be focused throughout the whole season, no matter what the outcome is, and we can just build it day to day because we do have a great group of guys out this year.
I think it goes back to being a team, right? Like last year's team, we had so much talent, really. A lot of kids going on, and they're going to have great college careers. But I think not at every moment were we pulling the rope in the same direction. So when we can all pull the rope in the same direction, which again goes back to leadership and goes back to the coaches making sure we're setting the standard every day. When we can do that, then I think we're going to be in really good shape.
So your energy's right, and everybody knows what we're here to do. Everyone knows that we're here to come and win every time we step on the field. But things we gotta add on is maybe just everybody getting on the same page and figuring out everything that we need to do.
Looking ahead now to November, this will be the first Thanksgiving game played on Memorial Field since 2018. After the thrilling overtime loss to Wellesley last season, the team is already fired up for revenge in the coming months.
I'm very excited. For me personally, I haven't really had a chance to play a full game against them, and to be able to have it be on this new turf my senior year is just a great feeling, and looking forward to hopefully bringing out a W for the first time in 3 years.
I think that we can definitely make it close like it was last year. It's not going to be like it was 2 years ago where we were down 20. We got in a lot of new weapons this year, so I think we got enough that can inch us past them and let us win on Thanksgiving.
Our guys are always fired up for it. It's if anything, it's kind of a situation where the last few weeks of the season you have to make sure that we're not focused on Thanksgiving. But no, we're so happy that it's home. We can have our home crowd up here. You always see all the old timers coming back, and now I'm one of those old timers. The guys from my time coming back, and it's just an awesome time for the town, for the school, for the team, for these kids to be able to represent all those different facets and show what they've accomplished over the course of a season.